welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 89. Alright, so, 2 events are now cleared at Honda. Now it is time for us to head over to our midway event, which is Beat the Beat. And I've already decided on which car I'm using. And well, just because I want to be including variety into this, I'm going to use my Mugen Beat. Just because I want to. And also furthermore, because there is only one race in this next event, essentially I'm going to be ideal for what rims I use, and well, I'm going to use Speedline. Just maybe see if there's anything decent. Honestly, I do actually like those, and for some reason it reminds me of Need for Speed Underground. Don't ask why, but it just does. Well, I already had those ones on, so I don't want to use the same again. Well, that's on the... Well, that's on this page. Oh, those are okay. I like those ones. Honestly, that's actually not as good looking. Oh, okay. Is that it? Actually, I'm gonna stick to my original choice. I'm gonna head back to the first page and just select those instead. Because I don't know what it is, but they actually look good on this car for some reason. So yeah, just putting on some speed lines. And now that I've put those on, even though they are Italian, and obviously not Japanese, I'm still doing that anyway. As I'm just trying to clear my throat, but anyways. Now it is time for the usual tactics. Just putting on the computer chip and also putting on the port grinding. And that should be enough horsepower to win. And well, just because I want to, I'm just going to put on the sport tyres. And well, just because I want to have a nosy, I'm just going to try and see if this thing has a racing mod available, even though it probably doesn't. And it does not. Okay. And well, since I know obviously this is essentially a Mugen Beat, obviously this is not a Honda Beat, I would assume with this I'm probably going to be okay without weight reduction, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. And now, let's head of course to our first and only race of Beat the Beat, which is here. Also 3 grand if we can win this race. And well, as of which, I would imagine it's not going to be too much of a problem. And, oh okay, we're going to Red Rock again. For, I think what is only, like, the second time I've actually been to Red Rock so far in the One Notes. And well, I think I'll be okay in terms of overall pace, because I don't think that'll be a problem. But anyways, let's head over to our first and only race of Beat the Beat, which is taking place at Red Rock Valley. Where I am very much in the non-stock Honda Beat. And I'm off to the launch. I am already making a move, and looking likely to probably say that I'm making this look easier than it should be. But anyways, I am already up into the lead at Red Rock, as once again we are at Red Rock Reverse. And well, even though obviously I have the tuned variation of the Honda Beat, essentially overall, at the moment I'm actually not dominating. this point about as much as I thought I was going to be, but well, I think I've done all the selective tuning I think I can do to this thing, because I think I've done all I need to do. And also the reason why I decided I was going to choose this car as well, mainly because coincidentally it makes things easier. I mean, even though there is a Honda Beat available in my garage, essentially overall, even though there is a Honda Beat available in the dealership, I ultimately just decided that, well, I was going to be cheaper and just choose this one instead, because I think that would be easier. Also because essentially, I would basically just be the complete outcast to the rest of the field, and this thing is a 5-speed. I know that because I just pressed R2 on my controller, and obviously this thing I have learned is a 5-speed, and very close to, oh, just reached max speed. But anyways, already starting the second lap of Beat the Beat, and I'm already getting loose. Well, these AI are keeping up with me relatively well. I mean, they're certainly doing better than I thought they were going to do, considering obviously I'm using a tune variation of the Honda Beat and not the one I should be using, but, you know, I would say to me at least that's, you know, pretty much fucking by the by. But anyways, now heading into the final sequence of corners, and more or less keeping this thing under control, because obviously this thing is front wheel drive, at least I think this thing is front wheel drive. And now heading up to the final banking section of Red Rock Reverse, and now looks like I'm very much going to be on course to the victory. And I think I've got this one covered, because it doesn't look like his AI are going to charge in on me and just try to fucking dive bomb me on the straight, and they're not doing that. So it is a W at Red Rock. And I have just reached max speed again. And in the end of that, I won by 7/10. So his AI kept up with me relatively well, even though obviously I chose to nuke it beat. But anyways, so in the end of that, I won by 7/10 over the version Z, which was officially finishing in second from 1994. Then it was the 291 Honda Beats, the normal ones, and then we had the two version Fs at the back by just over a second. So, gap in the end of that race from first to second, 7/10, and gap from first to sixth, only just under 1.1 seconds. So, I am definitely willing to accept that, considering how much closer this race was than I thought it was going to be. But anyways, that is our first and only race of Beat the Beat. And this time, unlike in the previous segment, I do actually remember to save the replay this time, surprisingly. I probably made that a little easier, probably because I had the sport tyres on, but you know, whatever, that's by the by. But anyways, so, deleting my top replay because I've already captured the shot, and I'm just gonna save this one. And so, that is officially the midway point of Honda in East City. as we now only have 2 events left. And there we are. So, our third One Lake event at Honda is now complete, as we now only have 2 events left. Next up is the Type R meeting, and then following that it shall be Challenge S2000. So, in the end of that, we are now officially just over 81.25% complete with this game, and my win ratio at the moment is gradually picking up. But anyways, 3 events down, still 2 to go. Our next event will be the Type R meeting, and I've already decided on which car I'm using for that event as well. And well, as for the S2000 challenge, obviously, I will need to buy myself an S2000, and that's precisely what I'm going to do in the next segment. But anyways, so, Beat the Beat is now complete. Next up is the Type R meeting, which is also a normal style event. Stay tuned for more Gran Turismo 2.